Hey everybody, welcome back to Running on Disney. It's Alexis, and it's Friday, which means it is Disney Friday, and we are going to be talking about any and all things Disney. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I apologize for any noise that you might hear in the backgrounds, as our dogs are in their finer form tonight. But yeah, I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I am coming off of 7 days off from my job, which is nice. I really enjoy when I'm able to take even just a little break. But I hope you guys are having a great work week. If not, well, it's almost over, if you're anybody but me. But as it is Disney Friday, I am going to be sharing about our Disney trip that is coming up in December. I also really quick wanted to show you guys, look how cute these are. I just got them from the Disney store today. I needed something new for when filming and for our trip. Also, real quick shout out. This is Box Lunch. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. If you have, you can kind of tune me out. If not, get ready for my spiel. So Box Lunch is kind of like a Hot Topic. It's a little lesser well known, not completely unknown, but not as franchised, so to speak, as Hot Topic. And it offers a lot of things. They have anime stuff. They have Disney stuff. They have, why am I blanking? They have board games. They offer a lot. It's kind of like a slightly more grown-up version of Hot Topic. Loungefly, who have made those backpacks, those cute little mini backpacks that you guys see all over the place with Disney stuff on them. They actually have partnered with Box Lunch for exclusive items. In fact, when I do my pre-trip shopping haul video, you'll see a couple of those products. You can also go on to Box Lunch website and they have a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so this shirt I got, it's 101 Dalmatians. It's from Box Lunch, the store. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And if you're not a Disney fan, which, wrong channel if you're not, but like my husband was able to get a jersey for the Earth Kingdom from Avatar: The Last Airbender. They offer a wide variety. You don't just need to love Disney to be able to order their products. But enough about them. I just want to do a really quick shout out because of how awesome my shirt is. So we are 69 days away from leaving. Wow. Let me say that with a little bit more enthusiasm. We are 69 days away from leaving. And I am just, it's getting worse and worse the closer we get. My husband, he's kind of sick of all the pre-trip shopping trips that I'm taking. But we're almost done. I pretty much have everything I need. So my next video might be our pre-trip shopping haul. I know it's still 69 days away, but I'm really excited. So we'll see. But today, because we are 69 days away, let's see how many more times I can say that in this video. I am going to be sharing with you guys what our Fast Pass reservations are hopefully going to look like. So if you've gone to Disney World recently, or if you've watched a bunch of videos, or if you're in the process of planning your trip, you know that at 60 days prior to your arrival, if you're staying on one of the Disney World resorts, the list is a mile long, you can book your Fast Pass Plus reservations 60 days prior to your arrival date. If you're staying at any of the off-property or non-Disney World resorts, and that does include the Swan and the Dolphin, Shades of Green, I think there's a Four Seasons. Anything that's not directly affiliated with the Disney company, you have to wait until 30 days prior. But they are your Fast Pass to get on the ride in line ahead of everybody else, so to speak. So there's priorities and there's tiers, and it's all kind of confusing. I know that at least for the foreseeable future, that the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Smuggler's Run is not going to be a fast pass ride. There are other ways to get on it quicker, depending on the time of day, depending on other goings on. Well, let's just check and see. 7:14 over in Disney World right now. Let's see what the wait time is for Smuggler's Run. And by the way, if you went to Disney during the opening for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I'm highly envious because, yeah, the wait lines for Galaxy's Edge were somewhat ridiculous. The waits in every other park, like I think there was a 15-minute wait for Space Mountain. And I was like, must be nice. Like right now, the wait for Space Mountain is 65 minutes, and the wait for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is 80. So, I guess the newness has worn off. Let's see. Yeah, right now it's a 40-minute wait for Smuggler's Run. That's not too bad. Honestly, I could handle waiting in line for 40 minutes. And I know that the people who'd be waiting outside for me could handle waiting in line waiting for me to go through in 40 minutes. But, so that one isn't going to be available for Fast Pass. However, I was able to get a list of the different rides and what their tiers are, taking into consideration the fact that Galaxy's Edge did open up. For each of the parks, there is a top tier priority. And I believe that you can only get, so you can, making the reservations regardless, you can only make 3 fast passes a day, starting out. Then after you go to the park and you use those 3 fast passes, you can get them one at a time as you can find them, so to speak. So, but what does that look like? So for Magic Kingdom, top priority, you're gonna get Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, Space Mountain, Enchanted Tales with Belle, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Splash Mountain. So really, there's gonna be some character experiences that are gonna be fast pass, or that have fast passes and they're top tier. All of the mountains in Magic Kingdom are gonna be on one. And then you have your second priority, which I think you can get 2 of. I'm not entirely sure. I have never done this. I also like doing things like learning as you go as far as this goes, because I don't have to reference a YouTube video at 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time when I'm trying to make these fast pass reservations next weekend. So we'll see. But this one actually really broke it down nicely. It has like the top priority of what everybody else is getting and what you're more than likely going to be able to get. Second priority, and then third priority, which is they wouldn't suggest getting one. So like Dumbo, especially with how they redid Dumbo. So they were doing that back when I went the last time in 2012. And I think it's a much better vetting, like waiting process. You have like the place where you can shove your kids so that they're not like, nah, because they're gonna be like that. Even if you have the most well-behaved kids, I swear it all goes out the window when you go someplace. My cousins, for an example, they're really nice until you take them out in public, and then they just get really sarcastic and hurtful. So you have like first, second, and third priority. Third priority, don't even bother getting a fast pass for. I mean, I honestly, and you'll see how I broke it down. I'm really doing it for those rides that I really want to go on, or that I know me and Andrew really want to go on, where where the whole group isn't going to want to go on it. And that's really how we've broken it down. Like, yes, they're top priority rides, otherwise we wouldn't be getting a fast pass for them anyway. But it's going to be the ones that I don't want my mom, or both my mom and my dad, waiting out 2 hours for. So, all of that, and there's a lot to edit out there. So let's just get to it, shall we? So we are staying 5 days, 4 nights at the Art of Animation in the Hollywood Studios Epcot area. I'm really looking forward to this because if you've been living under a rock all year, they finished, and it's been opened to the public now, the Disney Skyliner system, which is like a gigantic ski lift that can take you from like the Caribbean Beach Resort to Hollywood Studios, or from the Caribbean Beach Resort to Epcot. So in the way they have it set up, like there's a couple stop-offs, like Pop Century and Art of Animation. There's going to be a little hub at, I don't know if it's a little hub right there, or if there's going to be a hub if you go to the Caribbean Beach Resort, which is also very close by. But it can take you to either the Hollywood Studios or Epcot, depending, and also Disney's new beach club resort / I guess you can stay there even if you're not. The Riviera is going to be a hub to go to Epcot. So, why did I get on this tangent? So yeah. So we're staying at the Art of Animation. I'm really looking forward to potentially using those modes of transportation to get to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Which, Hollywood Studios is where we're going our first day. So we get out there, we fly out on December 4th, and our reservation that night, our dining reservation, is for 50's Primetime Cafe. I'm really looking forward to that. We have some exciting restaurants where we booked, but this one I figured because we'll be traveling all day. Our flight leaves San Antonio at 6 a.m. So we're going to be up pretty much all day. I figured something that we're used to, something normal, something slow-paced for dinner. But keeping in mind that we're going to Hollywood Studios and we can't get a fast pass for Smuggler's Run, my 3 choices for before we get there is going to be Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, and Tower of Terror. Now, I kind of sort of mentioned this earlier, but the way I'm splitting up what rides we get fast passes for versus rides that we don't get fast passes for, the ones that we are going to be rides that me and Andrew are doing by ourselves, me, Andrew, and my dad are doing by ourselves. Really, if there's going to be a moment where somebody is sitting out on the ride, I'm going to be getting a fast pass for it. I think the last time we went, we got one when it was still like just the paper stubs for Rock and Roller Coaster. I think the wait was going to be 2 hours. I think we got through in like 45 minutes, even with the fast pass lane. But I'm not sure. The system was also just starting out back the last time I went, back in 2012. So if you went around that time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But my parents were waiting outside forever. And I don't want to do that to them this time. They're older this time. My mom recently had an accident, and I don't want her sitting or standing or doing some sort of in-betweening during this. So the rides that we really want to do that we're not all going to want to do are the ones that I'm putting in for. Also, if you're going, bit of seasoned experience, if you're going to Disney at this time of year that we are, definitely check out Hollywood Studios after it gets dark. They have the most incredible lights display ever. Like Christmas lights, not like fireworks or anything. Like, they do have fireworks, but you know what I mean. So, and it's all up on top of the buildings. It's not like you can't walk through it. You don't drive through it. You literally are standing like this the whole time. But it's beautiful and it's worth it. So just a little insider information. Not really insider if you've ever gone to Disney at this time of year. But, so that all being said, those are our 3. The Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, and Tower of Terror. Thursday, December 5th, we are doing all day at Magic Kingdom. Not all day. Each day we're taking a break in between. Because again, my parents are older, and I don't want them going all day. I will not be doing a rope drops to fireworks without a break at all. We will probably be doing rope drop for every day because we are taking a break at some point in the middle of the day. And that's the only reason I'm going to justify doing rope drop. Plus you get in, like, if we do rope drop, there's no, we might not necessarily need a Splash Mountain pass or Snow White in the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, or the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, whatever it is. But yes, we are doing We are doing all day at Magic Kingdom that day. That is also the day that we have our Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tickets. It's also my dad's birthday, so it's just a lot of good things are happening on the 5th. We have a lunch reservation at the Crystal Palace with Pooh and Friends. This was my pick. I'm a 23-year-old woman, and I wanted to eat lunch with Winnie the Pooh, which my husband wasn't that shocked about. When I couldn't get reservations for Be Our Guest, but I was able to get them for the Crystal Palace with Pooh and Friends, my husband wasn't at all surprised. And to be perfectly honest, neither were my parents. So, I love Winnie the Pooh. It's kind of a problem, but, it's fine. It's fine. But yes, so the fast passes that we're looking to get, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, and Big Thunder Mountain. Now, we might need only 3 fast passes for 3 people at those times, for those ones. I know for a fact my dad is not doing Space Mountain this time. He was like, But he wants to do Expedition Everest again, and I'm like, I don't quite understand that. Because yeah, you're all in the dark inside, but you're inside, and his thing is he doesn't like heights. So, but those are the 3 fast passes that we're looking to get. If I can get on any one of those rides at rope drop before there's a big crowd and I don't have to wait an hour in line for something, then I am going to cancel that fast pass reservation. Or I might keep it and we might just ride it again. I don't know. We're doing all day there. So I think it's a possibility. Now, Friday the 6th, we are going to be doing Animal Kingdom. I was able to get us a dinner reservation, a late lunch, early dinner reservation at the Yak and Yeti. This one was kind of a no-brainer. Me, my mom, and Andrew all love Asian food. Dad, it's kind of hit or miss whether he'll like it or not, but I looked at the menu, I looked at the what they offered, and my dad was like, I'll find something there to eat. So that is what we are doing Friday. I'm hoping to, in a perfect world, I think my mom will do the Navi River journey in Pandora. So what it's probably going to come down to is we're going to do all that whole one as a family, and I will be getting the fast pass for Flight of Passage, and either Andrew, I don't know exactly who is all going to want to do that. We're having a meeting on Sunday to discuss all of this, so we'll see. But, so definitely the one of the Pandora rides, which based off of that little handy dandy PDF file, you can only get one to either Flight of Passage or Navi River Journey. So we're going to do that. And then the only other one that I would like to do, because again, my mother isn't going to ride it, is Expedition Everest. 3 of us, me, Andrew, and my dad are all going to be doing Expedition Everest. So I don't want my mom sitting out for a while on that one. And really, those are the only 2 rides that I would want to get one. They recommended getting one for the Kali River Rapids, which depending on how warm it is that day, we'll do. The last time we were there, it was kind of chilly and it didn't really heat up. I say kind of chilly. I'm from Pennsylvania, so really nothing that's not sub-degree, to get quite that cold in the winter. But really, it wasn't that bad, but to be wet until you could dry, because the sun's not as warm and you know what I mean. So we didn't do it the last time, so we may or may not do it this time. It just depends on what the weather plays into. But, dinosaur, but I'll wait in line for that. Again, my whole thing is we're trying to not necessarily get as much as we can into this trip, but get as much as we can into this trip. So yeah, that is what I'm hoping to get for Animal Kingdom. I'm not sure if we're going to do all day there. That really just depends. We might call it an early night and go explore Disney Springs. I'm not sure what we're going to want to do. Again, it really all depends on how we feel. And then Saturday, save the best for last, kind of. I love Epcot, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna like it a lot more because I should be able to drink my way around the world. So, but we are doing Epcot on Saturday. We are eating at the Coral Reef for lunch. That was my dad's only request. I'm gonna take a quick minute and go into like kind of like travel advisor mode. And Coral Reef gets a lot of flack, especially from like not a lot of flack, but it gets some flack from people who, like the experts who are going to go out and recommend you places to eat at Disney. And the food, it's good. It's not the best seafood you'll ever eat. It's not the worst seafood you'll ever eat. I enjoyed the meal that I had. I'm pretty sure I got shrimp Alfredo, which is what I normally get when we eat at seafood places. I don't know, maybe I'll try lobster this time if they have it. I'm not sure. But I also wasn't really explorative with my seafood diet back at 16, when I was 16 the last time we went. But that was the only request my dad had for where to eat, and since technically we're going for his birthday, I was like, sure, why not? Plus, it's a family favorite. But the cool thing about the Coral Reef is while you might not find the menu to your liking, an entire wall of this restaurant is an aquarium wall. Like, it's see-through, like you can see the mantas swim by, you can see sharks, depending on the time of day, you can see the divers, and they'll interact with the people who are sitting along the aquarium wall. And it's really cool. It does give me a brush of anxiety because I'm like, if this thing cracks and breaks, we're dead. But, other than the irrational fears that I have, which, in fact, all my, the worst ways for me to die are kind of out there and irrational. I watched Final Destination way too young. So, you remember the second movie with Highway Pileup? Yeah, that's my worst way to go. So, but yeah, and then so the Fast Pass that I really want to get for Epcot, the only one we might get one for Frozen, we might get one for the Saludos Amigos ride in the Mexico Pavilion, but I'm not entirely sure. The one that I definitely want to get is for Soarin', because even though we're all going to do it, we all did it last time, I don't want to wait for 2 hours in line again. It was kind of torturous, and I don't want to do it. So those are our Fast Pass hopefuls. The list might change. I don't see my family putting up a fight. I mean, as long as I have we're going to do stuff that all of us can do, or stuff that the majority of us can do, I don't think we're going to have any issues. So that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. I put out military videos every Monday, something funky on Wednesday, and then Disney days are on Fridays. I have a lot of content planned for as far as the Disney videos go, so you're going to want to stay tuned. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit the little bell notification to be notified anytime I upload new content. My podcasts are out on SoundCloud. If you have not yet, be sure to subscribe to me over there. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All of those links are on my channel. Sorry guys, it's a Thursday night and I'm kind of like, but that is all for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what some of your favorite rides and restaurants are at Disney. Give me some ideas, give each other some ideas. But anyway, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and have a magical rest of your week. Bye.